5-8, 5-8. Over.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Breeze to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Nice footwork at the 25. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 19.
12, 12, 12. 11.
Into the red zone. It's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Here we go. 11.
To throw is Breeze. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Well, you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. throwing now. Roethlisberger on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And now it's second down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On second down, it's Bell. And he's got some space here. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Easy.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive line.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
two of them. Left, left, left.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
22, 44.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Take 2 of them.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Set! Lock 80!
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg, and he fires one that's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at about the 14. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly. Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about Hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down. Roethlisberger now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Left. Double. Switch.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And it's a fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Let him. Got it. 12.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And all the way down to the 5. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 55 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Thomas, the intended target. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Bell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to New Orleans after this. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. He'll try and run it in with Bell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the 2nd. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Under. Ready. You waiting?
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Here you go.
Now Breeze on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And the third down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Roethlisberger now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 77.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And this will be spotted on the other side. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he's going to be met at about the 43. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Got a man at It's Brown. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. On third down, Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Big Ben going to take it himself. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And some room to roam now. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Easy, kill.
On second down, here's Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact,
and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Javon Hargrave with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Roethlisberger being chased out left. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. The Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He's looking deep for Bell. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ready, yellow waiting. Wait a sec.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. Now, he may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Breeze now to throw. Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
21. Here we go. Got it.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big...
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger rolling to his right. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. But they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
This is Bell on the dump-off. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a third down.
Snickers, you gotta spin. Snickers, 66.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Back now here live in New Orleans. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Let's go now.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On third down, here's Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for the Saints. 45 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And now running right through it. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Bree's going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Second and goal from the 6 this time. shotgun now for Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
12. 95, 56, 95, 56. 21.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
12.
Now Breeze got to have this one. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Line, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Lutz with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Bell. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. Here's Roethlisberger, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. It's a big run that time by Bell. 43 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught. for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And some room to work. Ted Ginn's gonna go. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn with a return of 102 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one, that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Goes underneath for Bell. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Beat these 2.
2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger once more. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already
Amateur
done that,
hour.
right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a 3rd again.
Hey, alert 3. Got it. Got it.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Over. Shift. one. Push up. Got it.
On second down, Ingram. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Got it. Got it. Hey, left, 48 left. Push on. Push on.
To throw is Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a gain there of 11 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Got it.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Saints, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.